Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Looplearnings. This is video number 27 and we are making payroll management system, and particularly we are going to start with reports from this tutorial onward. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Looplearnings, and if you are returning to my channel, welcome back. Please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. And if you end up liking whatever you will see in this video, please do that. At the start of the video there will be a little talk. I'll be basically giving explanation, the reason, the objective of why reporting is very important for any application and for any staff member, and so we will do that. And if you just want to see how the reports are made, you can skip ahead and you can, I don't know what exactly minute, but you can skip ahead and see the reporting in action. But let's talk about what is the objective of reporting. Well, whenever you create any transaction, any data that is being created, all of that data is being recorded in databases, in tables. That is raw data. What we want to do is utilize that data and use that data for analysis purposes. Now, and this is where reporting comes in place. And Access particularly is extremely good at reporting because you can have different kind of reports created. You can have conditional formatting, you can have grouping, you can have sorting. It's a lot you can achieve with Microsoft Access reporting suite. So it's pretty good deal when it comes to Microsoft Access reporting, and it's up to you how deep you want to go, what kind of reports you want to create, how many reports you want to create. And the benefit of doing that is that once you'll have to put effort to create that template, that format, whatever you want to, however you want to visualize the data. And the beauty is you can use that template over and over and like millions of times. It's up to you how longer, how much you want to use the reporting suite then. But first you have to set up the reporting structure. Now, talking about setting up the reporting, there are key important things that you must consider and you must keep in mind about the reporting. For example, what kind of reports you want to create, and once you have the answer to that question, then you start thinking about what exactly you want to see on each report. Are you going to create multiple reports for one record source or data source, or only one report should be created? So for any application, this is the third pillar, third aspect, third element which must be completed as well, and therefore I intend to complete the reporting for this payroll management system as well. So today we are going to start with the short, it's like an introduction to reports, and then of course from here on I will go in detail. We will use all sort of functionalities such as grouping and sorting, making graphs. You can make graphs in Access reports, etc. And we'll have some fun videos coming in the future very soon as well. Okay, so let's begin with the reporting. So to create a report, you can go to create tab in the ribbon, and you will see, like we have seen, tables, queries, forms. There is another section called report. So this section you can use to create the reports templates. Now, as for the form that we have, wizards and other type of pre-prepared templates, we have similar for the reports as well. But what I would like to do always is I would like to create a report from the scratch, and therefore I always click on this button. So what happens is it gives us kind of blank canvas for us to play around and or fetch data, visualize data, whatever, however we want as a user. So in this video, my objective, as I said, is to introduce you to the reporting of the Microsoft Access, in case if you are not aware. Well, if you are aware of Microsoft Access, if you have worked on it, if you have created reports, then this video might not be for you. And I said might not be for you is because, even though you're expert, you might have one or two things taking away from this video. It might refresh your knowledge and theory of reporting as well. Okay, so now we have got a report, but the problem is it's a blank report. What do we need to do? Well, we need to get some data on this report so we can utilize that data, which is stored in different tables, and we can bring it here. Now when it comes to data, we have two approaches. We can either directly link one of our table to this report, or we can create a query and then that query linked to the report. There is a third way as well. You don't want to create query, then you can link to this report and create query in the background. That happens for a certain case scenario. We will have some of those scenarios and situations, and therefore we will also create query backend of this report. But in today's tutorial, we are going to cover how do we link the existing query to the report and fetch the data and display the data. So the query that we are going to use is employees queue. Now it has a certain information in it, and we are going to use this information to make sure that we visualize, we bring this information on the reports and we visualize that. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Now how do we link this report to the query? Well, it's pretty simple. You click on the corner of the report, go to report design, go to the property sheet, or you don't want to go to that different steps, you just simply right click here anywhere in the report and click on properties, and here you are. Okay, now in the reports property, what you would like to do is you would like to go to tab called data. When you go there, you have the first option called record source, and record source is table, query, anything, right? And these are two record source that you can have for the report. So what you can do is you can directly link this report. So what I will do, I'll click on this little drop down, and I'm going to choose the query called employees queue. This is the same query which is visible here as well. That's why it's important that you give a proper name to your tables, to your queries, so you can later refer them. So employees queue, I'm going to select that. Now Microsoft Access knows for this report we are going to have data from this query. Now how do we bring the data onto the canvas? What we need to do simply is go to report design and click on add existing fields, and here we have the existing fields of the query. So what we need to do is we need to press Ctrl A, which is selecting all the fields, drag and drop. Okay, you might have seen maybe in my video or some other videos for the forms is the similar pattern. Okay, now if I would like to see how the report looks like, we can see we have to change the view. At the moment what you are looking at is a design view, so you can convert that design view into different views, other views. So what are those views? Well, there are two ways to get to the different views. So either I can right click right here and I get to see the views, for example report view, layout view, print preview, and design view we are already in. Either I can do that, or I can go to report design and views. Okay, so same options, so it's up to you, whatever you would like to choose. Okay, so let's say I click on a report view, and here we are. So whatever data that is stored in our tables, it is now being represented on to the report. But it's not really a friendly format, isn't it? So what we need to do is to convert this into the Excel style. For example, we will have rows and columns, and in it we will have data. Okay, to do that, we'll simply right click anywhere in the report. We'll go to the design view, and in here you will see the existing fields. So we'll select all of that. We'll go to the home tab, and we'll first of all I like to make the color pure black. I like the black. Okay, so we made that color change for the font. Now this style of presentation, this style of data being presented, is called stacked layout. What I would like to do, as I mentioned, is to convert this into an Excel style that is tabular view. So I'll go to design view. It's already selected, so right click, go to layout and tabular. At the moment it is stacked, so if I'll stack it, all of them will be stacked pretty nicely. That is also very useful, by the way. It's not not useful, it's a very useful option. So for this situation we need tabular view. Okay, so here we are in the tabular view. We'll simply do the adjustments here. For example, I do this. Now the next thing you need to look at is what you would like to see in the report. Not everything might be required for every single report, so you need to really think about the situation, the job case scenario. Maybe your manager wants a certain information in a particular report, so you don't want to see a lot of other information on the report. This is where Microsoft Access really excels in terms of, for example, your manager wants to see only the employee ID and employee names of the people who are working in the business. Great, we can have only employee ID and only employee name, and so you have this flexibility in Microsoft Access. This is why I really like it. It's really good platform. If you go to .NET, if you go to other IDEs, you have to have some add-ons, plugins, etc. to create reports. As far as I am aware, I might be wrong, but I've used Visual Studio. I haven't seen a built-in reporting suite in Visual Studio. Now for the new versions I'm not aware, so if there is a embedded reporting suite, please do let me know. I'll be happy to know that. I'm learning from you, right? So we'll just do some adjustments, and we'll go here, we'll close this gap, we'll close this gap, and let's go to the report view and let's see how the data looks like. Well, pretty blank, nothing so special about it. I want to see how the printouts will appear, so I'll simply click anywhere in the report and I choose a print preview option. Now it's again pretty much blank information, and if I click on this, so that means this report will be printed on 2 pages. Well, I don't want that, honestly. So I want this information to be visible only in 1 page. So let's close the print preview. Let's right click here, let's go back to design view, and now what I would like to do, employee ID is not really important for me, so I'll just hide it. So how do we do that? Well, simply we'll go to report design, we'll select that field and or column, and we'll go to the format, we'll say visible, no. Okay, width 0. Okay, there we go. So we'll kind of hide it, but still we are not done yet. What I would like to do is I would like to get rid of mobile number as well. If you'd like to keep, great, keep it, but I don't like to keep mobile number on report, so I will get rid of it. For the email journal is a little bigger, so we'll increase the width of email. We'll close this. Let's say we'll increase the department Location, we'll increase the width a little bit. Okay, so we have, okay, how about the employee name, right? Sometimes employee names are pretty big, and so you can change the width. Okay, so employee name. Okay, official email, location, department, rest everything is okay. Now if we will see, okay, looks exactly the same the way you looked at before, but let's go to print preview. Now it is, the data is being presented in one page, there are no other pages anymore. Okay, so that adjustment is done. It is very important that you do that. And now we'll do a little bit of makeup of this report. We'll make these headings bold. Let's say, we will reduce the size of the font from 11 to 10 or 12 to 10. Okay, that is done. And what else we would like to do? If I'll go to report view, I would like to get rid of these borders for each field, and I would like to have a line over here as well for in between each record. How about that, right? So let's go to design view and let's select everything. Let's go to the format, shape, outline, and transparent. Okay, now next thing I would like to do is get a control called line. So I'll do that by going to report design, controls, and here's the line control. Okay, now I'm going to make a line here. Here we go. Okay, so line is created. Oops, little bit here. All right, now I'll go here. Now let's see the report view. Much better, right? Agreed. Okay, so you have nicer view, nicer layout of the report. So if you'll take a printout, it will look much better. We can make it more better. So let's do that. Right click on it, go to design view. What I would like to do is, for example, at the moment you have 4 records, so I can simply count 1 2 3 4. That's it, simple, right? But the problem is, if you have like 100 people, 200 or 1000 people working, you don't want to be counting manually, correct? What I would like to have is a count of a record at the end of the records, right? So that's very, very important. Let's do that. Design view, simply we will go to report design, we'll select the report, we'll go to report design, and you see here a little bit of information, group and sort, hide details. There is a totals at the moment is grayed out. I can't even click. You know why? Because we haven't selected any control on which we want to do the counting. So I would like to do the counting on employee name. So now if I will go to report design, and here we go, voila, we have the totals selectable button. Okay, so here we'll select count record. Now a couple of things happen, you might have seen it as well. So we got the report footer, we got the report header. Great. What I would like to do is, first of all, remove the layout from this. Okay, remove layout, and I would like to bring this here. Okay, now I would like to have a little label or the heading what this count is for. Okay, it's very, very important to do that. So what I'll do, I'll grab any of this label, copy it, paste it, and I'll bring it here. Okay, and I'll remove the layout from this label. Once I do that, you see a triangle, click on that, and we'll associate this label with this count field. Okay, great, that is done as well. We'll increase the height a little bit, and we'll bring that count to a little lower, little in the center, right? So we'll go to report property sheet, and we'll go here, margin, top margin 0.03, let's just say, so it looks better. Okay, great. So here, instead of role, we'll say employees count. Okay, we'll say that, so people who are looking at report, they will know what this count is for. All right, cool. Now if we will see the report view, and here we go. It's a little bit weird. You can do a little bit more formatting. I'm not going to do that, but you can do. I'm being a little lazy. Sorry for that, but that is true actually. Okay. Anyway, we'll make it center. How about that? And instead of little lower, what we'll do, we'll go to the property sheet. I'm not that lazy, by the way. Okay, that was a joke. 0.15. Now if I'll see the report view, oops, where it is gone? It is gone. It is gone much lower, because okay, so 0.05 it was earlier, so 0.02, right? Okay, let's save the report. So we'll save that with the name. Okay, we'll see that later, what's happening. Now it is much more out of the picture. So let's instead of center, let's keep it on the left side. Now if I will go to, now it is okay, right? It's much better. You can do the changes. We can make it a little more better. What this report is about, we don't know at the moment. So we can give the little headers here. So we'll go to design view. Okay, increase the height of the report header. We go to report design, controls, and we'll grab a label. So we'll say loop payroll management system. It's kind of name of the software, very important. So we'll make it black, and we'll increase the height, font size to 16. We'll probably make it bold as well. Okay, great. So now what we'll do, here we go, we'll do this. Now let's bring it in the center. Okay, now let's copy that, make another copy of the same label. We will make it unbold and we will go and reduce the size to 14, and we will mention the name of the report, what this report is about. So list of employees. Okay, there you go. Now if we will see the preview or the report view, great, looks much better, right? We'll go to the print preview. Now you can click on a print button, which we'll talk about in next video, and you can take the print out of this report, nice report, and give it to your boss, and you can say, here we go boss, a list of employees. Okay, now we can do a lot with this report, that all we cannot cover in this video. So this is why stay tuned. Reports are coming up. I'm going to purely work on these reports from now on, so a couple of videos for the reports, because it's very important. And we'll make a report center as well, from where you'll have options, dynamic controls, dynamic options to choose, and generate reports. So interesting stuff is coming up. Hopefully I'll keep submitting these videos every other day, hopefully. But if you have liked what I've seen, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, so YouTube algorithm is aware of it, and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. That's it for now, for today. I'll see you in the next one.